Welcome to the stream. I'm EDDF Toxic. Today is November 20th, 2019. And it's a Wednesday night, so it's a 2-hour track challenge premiere stream tonight. So shortly I'll be recording the 2-hour track challenge premiere for, what's the date? November 8th is the one we're doing today. And then after that, I'll quickly edit the video and then just work on a project that I've been working on. Yeah, I need to finish up finish setting up here because I don't think I'm quite ready yet. I think I can turn that. No, that should be good. That should be good. Just checking everything. Yeah, that all seems good. Let me turn this on so we'll be able to hear the thing. B? Oh yeah, speaking of. I won't do that yet. But yes, B. Shut up, cat. Oh, I should open my notes here. Not that I can ever read with this mic arm in my way. But it's better than it being covered up over there as it usually is. Well, let's see here. 11:08. Yeah, right then. So, I think that's everything. Maybe? That's open. That's open. Maybe I'll open one more thing here. Just to be super prepared. Of course it opens there and it's not supposed to. $11:08. I gotta organize that. Enter that there. And let me switch over. I might as well start this. I got my water. So of course, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna try to keep any chat on topic, and past that, it's feel free to ask questions about the song, make comments about the song, questions about how it was made, that sort of stuff. Suggest titles. That's why I do this live. Grabbing some emoji to put in my title, stream title. Right. Let me hit the record button. I'm not going to do an audio sync because I don't think it actually matters. I should probably grab my earbuds. I knew I was missing something. I can always on top this now. Let me set that. Give myself control with the wheel on my keyboard here. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere for November 8th, 2019. Every week I try to find a couple hours to make a piece of music, see what I can do within this time limit of 2 hours, and it sometimes comes out with a cool result, so I like to share it with the world a couple weeks later. First in this premiere on Twitch, and then I'll get the video up on YouTube for Saturday so that you can listen to the song alone. But enough rambling. Why don't I start off by playing the song publicly for the first time here. At this point, I like to take a look back at how I made the song and what inspired it in the first place. That one there in particular, I did that on a Friday night. On Thursday night, I went out to open mic, and I actually the host convinced me to come up on stage and sing a couple songs. One of which was uh, "Fly at Night" by Chilliwack, which it's a song. I think it's my favorite Chilliwack song. It's about the concept of getting high on music, which I think is a really cool concept. Um, so so yeah, I went up there, sang that song. I wasn't feeling great, but but I went up and sang it anyway. And next day, decided to take inspiration from that experience to put into my 2 hour track challenge. And I was thinking about doing vocals since I had been doing lyrical songs for the past 5 weeks. But then I decided I should probably take a break from vocals for this week because I kind of had been getting a little bit burnt out, kind of pushing myself quite hard to get those. They are really tricky to write lyrics and to figure out how the lyrics go and how the melody should go and actually sing it and you can't just hit a button in your throat and hit the right note. That takes a little bit of practice, especially if you don't know what the melody is quite yet. And I was getting a little bit burnt out from doing that a lot, so I decided to take a break from the vocals, especially since I threw in some acoustic guitar here. Acoustic guitar always it takes me a long time to record. I am not all that great at that instrument. So I started off by trying to record that, and you can see here that I have a couple cuts here because I started recording, screwed up somewhere, but I was able to salvage it and continue recording in another take. And all in all, even that took like an hour to record that. I need to unmute the thing. Oh, hello. I shouldn't have closed that. So a bit of an EQ on there, some saturator and reverb, just some standard effects. Let me turn that down a little bit. And this is soloed on this track. There's nothing else here right now anyway. But there's another thing with acoustic guitar is when I'm playing it, my nose makes the weirdest breathing noises, and you can really hear that. Right there. That's a big one that I keep noticing. I don't know, my nose just doesn't always sound like it's completely unplugged when I'm breathing. Or maybe it's just I don't know how to breathe. But that's kind of always been a problem that I have with the acoustic guitar. But this is just for... It seems that this is just for fun. It doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, so the acoustic guitar goes on for a while, and I wrote that it starts off with this finger-picking thing. Which I can't quite remember how I did that. I think I don't remember. Yeah, I really don't remember what chords I did there. This part's here, because this is a D minor. And that's sort of a D minor, except two of the fingers are moved up. So I don't know what chord that would make. This is an A minor, remember now. And then it gets into this more strummy thing. I knew from the very beginning that I wanted this song to somewhat evolve. Because that's something that I really like in music, and it's hard to do during the 2-hour time limit. But I wanted to do it anyway. I wanted to see if I could do it. And I think I did a pretty good job with this one. So as part of the evolution, we get this at some point here. Probably like circles around. And yeah, the acoustic guitar circles around which chord it's doing. The bass starts doing this really simple super simple thing. Just hold for measure, hold for measure, hold for measure. Oh, almost a measure. A few extra things there. Then that's where it really picks up again. So the bass gets a little bit more intense at that point. And that's also where the drums come in. Maybe. I thought it was. Yeah, there it goes. It's just being silly and not playing anything, because it does that. Oh yeah, right. It kind of comes in with this fill here. He uses the Easy Drummer 2 rock basic kit, and just some stuff I found in the search. It's probably actually that right there. At that point, I moved the power hand, I think, to here. And the opening is different in all these as well. So yeah, that's the drums. And then at the point that it really starts to pick up, there's also this guitar, which that is very loud. So it's definitely more simple amount of layers than I have done in the past few weeks. Just the four that sort of slowly build up. Keep my sanity when it comes to mixing a little bit. But yeah, this lead guitar is just... I just played some sort of melody that felt right. I can't play guitar for shit. You may have heard me say this before, but I can do somewhat of stuff. That was the last thing I recorded, and when it got to this end here, and just the melody that I was playing at that in that take, because it was different every time. It just didn't feel done yet when I hit this end here, so I just kept on going with what felt like would be right, and then set the volume to just fade out on it. So it's kind of like the lead guitar continues. Why is there automation there? Oh, right, because it fades in. Right at the beginning. So yeah, the lead guitar continues as if there's something more to life or something than the rest of these, than the rest of the band realizes. Yeah. That's probably all the automation except for the fade out at the end, which is pretty normal. I did a little bit of slower fade out. Just because it sounded good with that lead guitar playing out. Oh, there's a bit of a... Oh, right. When I recorded the acoustic guitar, I didn't feel like re-recording this because I already disassembled the studio by the time I realized that I'd hit this too short. Oops. Yeah, it still kind of sounds like crap, but it sounds better than it did because I just kind of did a strum and then just kind of muted it because I didn't know where it's going, and then didn't feel like re-recording that once I realized that with the bass I'm holding it for a lot longer. The drums are... The fade out sounds a bit better, but it's not really that long, I guess. So yeah, I just kind of added a reverb just to sort of artificially extend the holding on that last chord. It's just me cheating for the sake of a time limit. So yeah, I need a title for this song. I did this one right after work. I think, yeah, I did because my sister was going to be coming home, and I was like, you know what, I don't mind if I eat a little bit later. Since I was working from home just upstairs, I finished up work and came down here and started right away. And I recorded the acoustic guitar first so that I could do that while nobody's home. And it's a little bit early in the day, so maybe the furnace won't come on as much. I was going to say the furnace is making a weird noise, but that's a laundry machine. So water. I had this strange theme of going on for a while where if I did a song right after work, the title would include robot somewhere. And I want to have this title somehow include this idea that something is continuing even when everything else is giving up, or something like that. So the robot, the optimistic robot. That's I think that's going to be my title. The optimistic robot. Write it out in Google Docs because I like to keep track of where my ideas come from, and also that was just my spell check there. So let me just write this here. The optimistic robot. Cool. And that's about all I have for the premiere for this 2-hour track challenge. I also did one on November 14th since I do these every week. It's inspired by a pop concert I went to and some strange lyrical idea in Z Games EXE's stream, which I was just hanging out in before I did the challenge. So I'm going to premiere that on November 27th, 2019 at twitch.tv/addf_toxic. Stop recording. Switch back here. Right. Let me just... November 08. Finish exporting that. Grab that recording and put it in its right place. Cool, that's exported. While I'm in here, I should probably... Actually, I should also... where's Chrome? There it is. Put scissors in my title instead of a red dot because I am now done recording. I'm just kind of cleaning up after the recording. So this needs the proper date. Save it, put it in a command prompt. Okay, that's going. I need a screenshot of this from there. Copy that into a different Inkscape document. I didn't end up opening this again. I'm gonna replay that song. Drop the title in here while I think about it. Turn that down a little bit more. Put the title in here. The Optimistic Robot. I guess that kind of drops the idea of getting high on music, but that's okay. Is that like really loud, or is that just me? No, this is just me. Yes. I can close that. Export that to the right folder. The video is being made. The video is already done, so I'll just put it in its correct location. Oh, come on. $1920? No. 2019. 1108. That's what the date was. Right then. Drop in the footage here. See, I knew I played the song for a reason. Took me a little while before I get sound in here. Extra color. For 30 frames, I got to find where I actually start here. I gotta zoom in there. So I'm not gonna do an audio sync because I don't think it actually matters. I should probably grab my earbuds. I hear things twice. I knew I was missing something. I can always untop this now. Let me... Blah, 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 blah. Welcome to the 2-hour track. Yep. Let me just... subtract 30 frames from that. Cut it. Welcome to the 2... Excellent. Snap that there. Cross that to there. Let me just fade the volume in as well, even though there's nothing really going on. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere. It looks a little bit offset to me, but that's also partially because of the delay I got. I can reset that. For November 8th, 2019. See what I can do within this time limit, and it tends, and then I'll get the video, and then first on this premiere on Twitch, and then I'll get the video up for up on YouTube. I forgot my intro there, so that you can listen to the song alone. But enough first on this premiere on Twitch, and then I'll just cut that out. And then I'll get the video up for up on YouTube for Saturday, so that you can listen to the song alone. Twitch up on YouTube for Saturday. Weeks later, first on this premiere on Twitch up on YouTube for Saturday, so that you can listen to the song. Putting words in my mouth there. On Twitch up on YouTube for Saturday, so that you can listen to the song alone. But enough rambling. Why don't I start off by playing the song publicly for the first time here. And there's always a little bit of a gap there because it takes me a bit to actually press the play button. What the hell? Snap that. Oh, you know what I should do is get rid of those here as well. Not that it matters, I just don't like it. Cool. At this point, song's still playing. At this point, I like to take a look back at how I made the song. It's my favorite Chilliwack song. It's about the concept of getting high on music, which I think is a really cool concept. So yeah, I went up there, sang that song. Vocally I wasn't feeling great, but I had been doing lyrical songs for the past, actually singing, and you know, you can't just hit a button and actually singing and just cut that out, magic video editing. Actually singing and, you know, you can't just hit a button in your throat and okay, so I feel like there was somewhere that I took a drink of water and just seeing if there's any large gaps. I don't know, my nose just doesn't always there. That's a big one that I keep noticing. Breathing. Sound like it's completely unplugged when I'm Or maybe it's just I don't know how to breathe. That's a big one that I keep noticing. Yeah, I can cut that out. Or maybe it's just I don't know. Wasn't even looking at the mic. That's a big one that I keep noticing. Or maybe it's just I don't know how to breathe. That works. But that's kind of always been a problem. But yeah, so the acoustic guitar goes on for a while, and I think I did a pretty good job with this one. Maybe. Maybe. I kind of like leaving those in because that's kind of part of the show, is me remembering for myself how I did this. Well, keep my, but I can do. Lead guitar continues. Why is there automation there? Oh, right, because it fades in. Realized that I hit this too short. Oops. Yeah, it still kind of sounds like crap, but it sounds better than it. So yeah, I need a title for this song. There was another big gap, I thought. I think, yeah, I did, because my sister was going to be coming home, and it's like, you know what, I don't mind if I eat a little bit. With what felt like would be right, and then that was the last thing I recorded, and when it got to this end here, and just the melody there, so I just kept on going with what felt like would be, and then set the volume to just fade out. Simple amount, just the sort of slowly build up. Keep my sanity when. So yeah, that's the drums. And then at the point that it really starts to pick up. I wish I would remember what it was that I was thinking of. There's something. Yeah, I just kind of added a reverb just to sort of artificially extend the. That said something stupid somewhere. At the same time, I took a drink of water. I think, yeah, I did, because I would work and came down here and started right away, and recorded the acoustic guitar. And it's a little bit early in the day, so maybe the furnace won't come on as much. I was gonna say the furnace is making a weird noise, but that's right there. On as much. And I want this actually in the. I had this strange main video of won't come on as much. So water. A lot of. I had this strange theme sound. I had this strange theme of going on for a while, where if I did a song right after work, the furnace won't come on as much. I had this strange theme of yeah, I think that should be all the major cuts. Toxic. And then here, toxic. Right around there, I'll add a color of length 30. Oh yeah, and I decided I was gonna do gray for these as well. Did I set the length? Yes, I did. Cross this. Volume fade out. And then I'll just quickly set the color at the beginning here to be correct. There it is. Make it 80, 80, 80 instead. Just because that's kind of my primary background color. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere for November 8th, 2019. Hey, want to see some Inception? Where is it? Come on. There it is. Toxicception. There's me in a frame. Looking at me in a frame. I'm just goofing off. Let me just quickly watch the end of this. Actually, I'll set the end frame here. _toxic. Welcome to the Cool. Save. Render that. Minimize that. Unplug the earbuds. See if I can get some music going. Whew. Feels good to be out of the earbuds. So I've been having some problems with my music player this past couple weeks. It's been working for a while. I told it to scan to get the rest of my music in here because I have a whole bunch of new stuff since I last did a scan, and for some reason it keeps crashing on things that never caused problems before. So let me just see if I can find something in here that I can use. Yes, that should do. Let me just see if I can use this whole album. Actually, you know what? Not that one. Do I have 6? No, I don't. 9. Yes, okay. Can't use Cruella. That's fine. Everything else is good on that album. Oh, I should also make sure it's going through the right source. Oh, this is the album with Nightfall. Ooh. All right. There is something wrong on my screen. Why is this here? Get off my desktop. It just did an update. Yeah, okay, cool. So actually I should probably set my stream title. On my site design. I have a category. Sites. Oh, that was wrong. Done. Cool. Close that. Keep that open. Open my notes. I should maybe even launch the database server. It sounds like the laundry machine is about to finish, so I'm just going to run over there and throw it into the dryer once this pops. I'll open this first. Be right back. It still has 2 minutes. Enough time to do quick explanations of what this crazy thing is I'm doing. I just did a premiere for a 2-hour track challenge. I do this every week. On my own time. Every few months, as a community, we get together and do this 2-hour album challenge, which is the same sort of concept, but we all do a 2-hour track challenge based on the same theme, and it all goes on to an album at the end. we compile the results onto an album. It's pretty cool. I find it quite fun. We've done 8 of these so far, but the point is this site is very static, and things like this are they have to be changed by the webmaster manually, which kind of it's all right, but usually works. But I think it'd be cool to be able to have other moderators be able to help out with setting this thing, and also with user accounts and profiles, we would be able to bring a few more things into the website rather than, like, right now we have a Google form to submit your song, which is cool, but it could be built into something custom. So that's why I started working on this thing. Like, there's the submission form. Currently it's just a copy of the Google form I just showed without that checkbox because that was new. And I've been working on making this profile thing work. Which actually the next thing I was going to do is take a look at the submission form a little bit closer, to put in contact methods, replace this with contact methods, because that was kind of the point of me building this whole contact methods thing here. Is so it can be Discord, it can be Twitter, it can be email, and it will draw from your list here if you're signed in as well. Before I get too far into that, I'm going to refill my water and put my laundry in the dryer because it sounds like it's about to be done. So I'll be right back. All right. Still on that track. I'm surprised. Right. So this is very unstyled. I have plans to style that better later. This is very big. And I don't want that big thing on the submission form. So submission form. I think I ran a little bit too hard from the other room. So I'm thinking maybe I should open up the project. It's probably going to open the wrong project too. So let me just hit the BRB screen again so it doesn't show anything. And actually, I'm going to open the database administration. Oh wow, it's opening the right one. I feel like it's been 2 weeks since I did this, but it's only been one. Long week, I guess. Right, okay, so we have this contact here table, which has a user ID, which can be 0, the platform and the username are the important bits. Privacy and searchable is related specifically to if you have a, if it's on the profile, so is user ID. So these won't have a user ID or a privacy or a visible. I guess it'd be private and 0. Actually, it would probably make more sense to be nullable, wouldn't it? No. I've never really used null in a while. In MySQL. Or SQL in general. Because technically that's MariaDB. So, on the submit page... so what I'm thinking is... if we have... replace this with just a list of... Can open these twice. A list like this of what you have already with the remove button. I just removed that. I will put that back. There we go. Added that back. So I'll replace Discord username with contact methods, and then it will show a list like this that will be pulled from your profile if you're logged in. And it will also have a button to say add, which I think will just open this in a modal window. And at that point, could probably even put this in a modal window. I like that. So let's see here. So I have account contacts, layout, existing list. Okay, it's boring. Do I have on the submit page? I do not yet. On so many other pages, I have this thing where on initialize, it just disables everything and tells the server to load things by default, which will end up going here. Maybe actually I'll do that right now. I feel like that would be easier first. I should do this, copy that whole thing, put it here. Initialize page. It has to be called initialize page. Fields does exist. which is a good thing. The page is submit. Loud annoying is live. Loud annoying and very annoying. Let's see, load. Load defaults. I'll call it that. And then that also means that we're gonna have a new thing here for load defaults. I want to get into that. I want to attend a loud, annoying, and very annoying stream again one of these times, but they always seem to. Their regular stream time is like right when I'm streaming, which is sad. I'll put this here. I feel like that's getting picked up by my mics. Now it's too quiet for me. Load defaults. And it's probably all these. I think these are all just text fields right now, basically. I'm gonna copy and paste that twice. And then here I'll just say, it's nothing, 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 it's nothing. And then here we'll say, it's the variable. So pull it from the variable. Song name. Process link. Streaming link. Website link. Song lyrics. Discord username, which I know is going to change. Into contact methods, artist name. And this is going to be a little more complex than that. And then we'll say if song link in data song link is equal to data at song link. If song name in data, just this stuff over and over again, basically. Song name. Could almost use a function, but that also seems kind of weird. Making a function for that. Artist name is equal to data at artist name. If Discord username in data, Discord username is equal to data at Discord username. If song lyrics in data, song lyrics is equal to data at song lyrics. If website link in data, website link is equal to data at website link. If streaming link in data, streaming link is equal to data at streaming link. That's on this album? Jeez, I thought that was a different album. Process link is equal to data at process link. Right. And then all of that is basically useless now. But I will also need to go on the server side here. Go into the actions. Awesome. Awesome to the max. So in submit we got the act here. So these are the actions. And we're gonna have one called load. I'll put this first. Case load defaults. That's what it was. Thank you. Load defaults data ws, and I'll make that function. How did I put it in here? Oh, first, okay. Var load defaults is equal to function data ws, and essentially it's just going to pull the stuff from the account. So I go, well, I guess a lot of it is going to be the same as this. So I'm just going to copy paste that and adjust as I need. Account share get user ID. Not quite. I don't. Yes, I do. Awesome to the max. So we want to select the user ID. Basically get the user ID of the logged in user. And that's not going to be a thing. There's no callback like that. That needs to go out a little bit more, because I'm going to say if rows length is greater than 0, user ID, this is on the node side, user ID equals rows at 0 at user ID. And then this else is not going to be a thing because I'm just going to assume it's not a logged in user. Var send defaults. This is just to prevent duplication of code, because I see here that if there's going to be a user ID, or if there's a user ID, it's going to grab their stuff, and then it's going to send that as the defaults. If there's not a user ID, so I guess there would be an else here, it's going to send nothing as the defaults, and I don't want to have to keep track of what all defaults need to be sent in another place in the same function. So what I'm going to do is I'll just send an empty array there. This whole ws send thing here, We'll go in here. The page key is submit. Action load defaults. And we're going to send all these. Song link if song link in defaults, then defaults at song link, else nothing. That kind of structure. So that all goes away. Song name in defaults, default song name. Like, there are things here that I know we're going to change, like that song link. I'm hoping to change that. I just need to make sure that I can first. But I want to make it so that you upload your song directly to this site rather than having to upload it to Dropbox or something else and then put a link to that. That's just a pain. But it's what you have to do when you're using the Google form. It's your submission form. Default at artist name. I see a typo. So I'm just going to finish this line and I'll go fix that. That should say defaults, because default is not a thing. This one I know is going to change, but screw it, we'll put it in anyway. In defaults, Discord username. Song lyrics in defaults. Website link in defaults, website link. Streaming link. Wow, my naming standards were really not quite there yet, because they kind of changed after I made this. This was sort of a thing that I made just to, this particular page I made as sort of a test to make sure I can get things made properly. And since then, my naming standards changed. There's an in missing on that one. Process link. I keep looking at it thinking like it's processing something, but that's not what it means. It means a link to the recording process, to the production process. Right, so select your shit from the artist. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is going to say var defaults is equal to that. And then this is going to go in here. Blender just finished. I should probably do a db end here as well. So in here, we're going to grab the artist name, the website, don't need the website privacy, stream, don't need the stream privacy. These are basic things from the user profile. If there's not an error, and if rows.length, wait, no, I checked that down there. If rows length is greater than 0, then we're going to say defaults at artist name is equal to rows at 0 at artist name. Same thing here. Defaults, website. Yep, website privacy, don't need that. Stream privacy, don't need that. Defaults, stream. Oh, wait, this should be website link for the defaults array. And stream link. And then I'm gonna say else here, send defaults, defaults WS. Defaults has changed since this one would have been called, so that is a different line of code. And the reason I'm doing that in an else, and I'm also gonna do it here instead of afterwards, because as it stands, if I were to put this down here instead of in both of these places, it would do the same thing. But I want to put some code in here to see if I can get some extra defaults. And then if I do, grab them and then send it there. If not, just send it right away. And that's going to go into more asynchronous code. I must have cut my nail really weird. But I think that's all ready then, and yeah, I figured that would be crashed. So I am user A right now. Artist name is user A, website is a.a, streaming link is twitch/a. If I were to go to the submission form, it crashes. Unexpected token default. What do you say it's in here? It is. Try that again. It loaded user A, and it loaded the website link, and it did not load the streaming link. But that mostly worked. And the reason it did not work is because it's called streaming here. So let me try that again. User a.a, twitch/a. Excellent. So it pulled that info from the profile. Let me commit that out of celebration. Fury, oh my god. What a fucking classic. Loaded artist name, website, and streaming link from profile onto submission form. That's too long. Basic data from profile onto submission form. Let me just check before you've been logged out. Let's just hack your way in. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. I guess that's something I should probably test. Where did that go wrong? Actually, I should send defaults here as well. Basically, always send defaults just to tell it that it's ready to open up. Oh, here. This is why. If it doesn't if there's an error while it's looking at your profile just to fill in defaults in the submission form, that's not the end of the world. sort of concept. Not logged in. Oh, it yelled at me here. Cannot use in operator to search for song link in undefined. At send defaults. Let's see. Submit actions JS 9. Is that this one here? Yeah. I don't need that. Explain to me why that's undefined, for one. Actually, I should put this out higher. I just deleted something I didn't want to. That way I can also send it here. I mean, I don't think that's a problem. I mean, I guess it could, so I should just double check. Oh, that was the problem. Weird. So that means there was an error connecting? It's not saying so. Wait, no. Oh, it's because I moved this up, because I never even called that. So where was that before? Oh, okay. It's because of this here. It hit this point here. But this was defined down here. Now really I should be checking if that's null, or if it's undefined. If defaults is equal to undefined, defaults is equal to empty array. So just to test, I'm going to comment that out. Defaults is not defined. That's a different. Oh, fucking hate JavaScript some days. And some days, I mean a lot of days. Yeah, so that works better. He's just fucking. I really don't care. Right, so that's working. If I log in, takes a little bit. It loads the defaults again. Fixed loading of submission form when not logged in. Right. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this layout of the submission form. I'm going to remove this Discord username. Okay, I'm just gonna add a new one. Div class equals form group. I don't need the for there. Contact methods and label div. What the F? And then I can remove that. hi. Just see. UL ID is equal to contacts list. Yeah, they'll call it that. And then below this, we'll need like an click equals add contact method. Actually, alert add contact method placeholder return false. That won't be completely like that in the future. Let me go fix this fucking nail. I realize that I'm getting tired of standing. So here's my chair. Chair. Add contact method. This is too high. That was not ergonomically correct, nor is that. Nor is that. I'm so picky. This is a little bit low compared to my screen when I'm standing. I'm like so much. I stand so much taller than when I sit in this chair, so it's kind of weird. Now it's like I'm really looking up at the screen. That's a weird sound. Time warp. Yeah, okay, so let's see here. Contact methods high. Add contact method. Add contact method placeholder, cool. But I'm going to grab the contact methods like I did here. What is this? Why is it checking the platform and the username? Oh, that's adding. I want to grab a load. So this whole thing here, I'll just copy it. And this is where this is going to get a little bit deeper. So I'll just delete that for now. Yeah, so the defaults array has those three for now, and then I'll grab contact ID. The user ID is still the same. Function if. Okay, so if there is an error, send defaults as it is. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put this in that same sort of structure, even though I think this is the end of the default grabbing. That just makes it a little bit easier for me to update it later. So contacts, push. I don't need those two. I do need the contact ID and the user, the platform, the username. So there's where you add everything. So actually, let's put this here. Oh, actually, you know what? If there was something else that I was going to check later, that doesn't matter if there's something found here or not. Therefore, this would go out here. So if the rows... So we'll define contacts, and then we'll check if there are any and add their data. And then once we're done all that, then we'll add that to the defaults at contact methods, which actually we'll need to add to the thing contacts. So it's gonna be a little bit weird if there was something else being grabbed here, because then it would it wouldn't end up getting there if there weren't any contact IDs, if there weren't any contacts. Worry about that if I get there. And right now I don't think it's a problem. I know how to fix it, but it's just a bit of a pain. Wow. So that should work. Discord username, I can remove that now. Actually, I'll just replace that with contact methods. Contact methods in defaults, contact methods. And then of course when we load that, oh yeah, I can remove that. Contact methods. It's gonna be something like this here. Oh, what was right context though? That there. It's going to be slightly different than that. So I will copy that. Right contact info with contact to be and platform. Contact to parse it, yep. Context list append info platform, info username, and the remove link. Remove contact. Might as well make that now. Alert. Remove contact. Placeholder. You know what, maybe... Wait. What is this and why is it... Oh, right, because it's going to go back and forth. Yeah, so I won't put that in yet. I'll just worry about listing it first. If data... Oh, contact is not right. It would be... contact methods. Let's restart that and see what it does. It throws an error. Contact platforms is not defined. Actions, submit actions, line 45. Probably that. Yep. Contact platforms and contact platforms in... Yeah, or in contact... Oh, okay. Right, because I need... Oh, shit. This thing here. Contact platforms. Just get those names in there. Nope. Privacy. I just saw that too. I didn't realize it was needed. Wait, why is that needed? That shouldn't be needed there. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Not for this one, at least. Privacy options don't take effect on the submit form. So let's try this again. Cool. Contact methods shows up. Add contact method placeholder. Cool, I will commit that for celebration purposes. Replace Discord username on submit with contact methods. That's just the framework for now. Contact method, remove contact method. Actually, I'm going to do the remove first since it's basically going to be copy and paste. Then I'm going to work on add contact method after that. I think actually maybe I'll do that next week. Just is tired. Also, lava. So let's see here. Where was I putting code? Var remove method. Oh, right, okay. So this is, oh, this is the client side submit, right? Okay. So remove contact. It's gonna be something like this here, essentially. Except I'm going to drop that little to-do that says confirm the user wants to remove that contact method. I know that might seem polarizing, but I think that might. I feel like it's a bit overzealous for this particular form, rather than removing it from your entire profile. So the page is actually submit. I've contacted ID and data, contacted ID, cool. Cool, I guess I can remove that from there. I should do that on a different commit though. Just to be nitpicky. And I'll add this. And I'll add the actual function. It's probably going to be the exact same. So I'll just double check that. Oh, it's not going to be the exact same actually, because it's the sends will have a different page key. But let's see here. Let's go step by step. Connect. Yeah, that's not right. Oh, none of this is correct, you know? Because here's the thing. These here should not be in the database yet. Well, I guess if you add one, it would be in the database. But when it's listed here, it's not actually associated with any submission yet because no submission exists until you press that button. Fire. Which means I'm gonna have to put in some sort of hidden field or something here just to keep track of what is actually on the form. But that also means that this whole mumbo jumbo is all rubbish. I just went British. And that also means that the remove contact button is just as simple as that. So let me just see, make sure. Yeah, that's all that has changed. I'll restart that just in case. Yeah, okay. So that's been removed. Let's try committing from here. Added. Remove contact functionality to submit form page. Now adding the contact method is going to be a little bit trickier. Track which contact methods are being associated with form. So yeah, adding contact methods is going to be a little bit tricky because it is going to have to, you know, when you go here, it's going to have to pop up that whole thing that looks like I fucking have the same page open twice. That looks like this. That whole thing's going to have to pop up, and then once you click add method, it's going to have to send that to the server, add it, get the contact ID, and then add that row to here, to this list here, along with the hidden. In the hole, in the fire, there's a fire in the hole. Now, I wonder. I'm so used to using hiddens at work, and I wonder if that's better, or if it would be better to. Holy shit! I forgot about run funk. It'd be better to add it to an internal JavaScript array. Our contacts is equal to an array. Contacts push. I'm going to do this. Contacts push contact ID, and that also means that I gotta remember to remove that Discord thing. Contacts. JavaScript array remove. Let's see here. Okay, so pop removes the last element. Push adds an element, which is what I just used. That's fucking annoying. Removed by value. I feel like it's not. Yeah, that's fucking annoying. So a solution to that would be to do like I was saying earlier, and use a hidden field, and it would just go inside this li. So when the li is removed, then the hidden field is also removed. I'm not sure if I really like that. I think I'd rather do this. No, because that leaves holes there, saying that's right. Index, and you're gonna make sure it's not -1, or else that will yell. Because you can't remove it. Screw it. Input type equals hidden. I'm gonna put that at the beginning. What am I gonna call this? That's the thing, I need to be able to grab them all too. You know what? Context.each. Is that how you do an each? I mean, I could always do that. I think this is right though. Oh, if contact ID is equal to contact ID loop. No, that's not going to work either. It's just my loop type. JavaScript 4. Oh, that's easy. For I equals 0. I is less than contacts.length plus I. If contacts at I, or if contact is equal to contacts at I, using splice to remove elements. Can you give me like a... Yeah, okay, so I could do that. Contacts dots. I almost typed remove anyway. I1. Actually, what I should do, context.length I is greater than or equal to 0. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, greater than or equal to 0. Context length minus 1. So it'll start at the top. That way, if it for whatever reason runs into 2 the same, then it the indexes don't get all fucked up. So let me just see here. You know, I'm gonna add a few more of these. That wasn't supposed to freeze up. That was weird. 22 EAU, EE, 55432, Varian, I don't know. And then when I go to the submission form, that should load those, and it's not. Oh, unexpected token parenth on 102. Be the page source. Oh, that's not gonna fucking help. Maybe it doesn't like that. Move. Where would I have an excess print? Ooh. Move. Oh, it's not yelling anymore. But it's also not working. Huh. Move. Oh yeah, I can close that. Remember to might as well move that over while I'm thinking about it. Take my brain off this problem. The date on the thing? 1108? Yeah. Move. Anyways. Alert. JSON stringify data. It's not getting there. Why is it not getting there now? What the fuck? Move. What did you do for me? What did you do for me? You do to me. Do to me. What did you do for me? What did you do for me? Move. Submit. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Send defaults. I mean, it's obviously doing that. But where from? Console log sending with plus JSON stringify defaults. Move. Okay, maybe it's not. Oh. Great change. I mean, I can safely say that that's the only... That doesn't link up to anything. I don't know why it wasn't yelling anymore, but that would be a problem. There we go. So, this one here. If I inspect... I was already inspecting. I wonder if I was inspecting the wrong tab. Let's see here. How do I see context? Not here. I can't remember. Contacts. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Undefined. Why is that just freezing everything up? Did I just infinite loop? Oh yeah, I totally did. I see the problem. I need to go down here. Okay, stop, 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 stop. You're going to take someone's eye out. Chrome stop, infinite loop. Stack Overflow can seem so useless sometimes. Go to the Sources tab. Oh yeah. Did it stop it? I don't know. Oh, I could hold the button to get the stop button. You know what? Gonna kill the tab. Yeah, okay, that works. Right, so inspect alert contacts. 28 is missing, and I believe 28 would be the right one. Yeah, it just removed from the list. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna commit that. Let me stand up again. Whoa, that's close. Added, remove contact method functionality. Tracked and removed contact methods on submit. Somehow I'm typing complete gibberish now. Let me BRB. I'm just gonna use the washroom real quick. All right, transition back. So yeah, let me just push this, close everything, because I'm just gonna wrap at this point. The next thing that's on my list, I think, is pretty complex. I actually didn't even look. You have pushed. I will close you. Let me just move this over here. Yeah, so I did that. Okay, so let's see. Well, the submission works, doesn't it? That's how all these are here. Right, okay. So, we'll say put add contact method form into a shared modal. Wait, no, that's not going to work. Add contact method modal dialog to submit form without privacy and searchable. And then update submit code to add to contact submissions. Add to contact submission instead of Discord username. So Discord username is probably in here, I guess, wouldn't it be? Yeah, it totally is. So that's gonna be gone bye-bye. And then confirm before removing contact method from profile. Sounds good. Figure out a way to say extra text about certain contact methods, such as Discord needs the number as well. And a silly little success message problems if you're a moderator, but you'll worry about that later. I think actually before even all that, I'm gonna worry about change password page. I'll put that in there. And then page for moderator to make other users moderator. Yeah, and then from there we'll see where we go. But I feel like this would sort of naturally come next. So yeah, I'm gonna close that, close all this, that crashed anyway, shut this down, 2hack admin, sudo shut down h0, 2hack admin, not admin. It let me out. And that's basically the stream coming to a close here. So if you're looking to continue chatting, I have a Discord. You know, it's kind of quiet right now, but you know, if you have some questions or you want to talk about something, you can chat there. I have a stream coming up, other streams coming up like usual. We're playing D&D Saturday evening with Loyal Traders, so that'll be on twitch.tv/loyaltraders. We'll be focused on D&D, but if you want to watch that, that's the thing. Or over on Sunday afternoon, I'll be playing Half-Life 2 Episode 2, which I'll be chatting. Definitely a time to chat there. Other than that, you tend to find me in a lot of other people's streams. There's a streamer that's live right now, I think, and I want to go see if I can actually watch them for once. Loud and annoying. Let's see here. Make sure they're still live, and then I'll hop on over. I have no idea how to... No idea how to work my computer. They seem to be still going. They're playing well, I mean, it looks like Jackbox, but it sounds like something else. This is a trio of voice actors that are quite comedic. Computer work, please. Thank you. So anyways, yeah. That's basically the end of my time here. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll catch y'all later.